All right, we've been floundering a little bit, perhaps pun intended. I have rebooted the game, and I'm ready to get going here. I'm really like I'm not gonna say I'm due because I think that's a little BM, but I would say I am excited at the possibility of getting a build around silver item day one, hour one. And our start wasn't bad last time, but we really needed to get a powder horn, and we gave ourselves some ample opportunities. I think this is a heinous start. I think it's horrendous. I do think coral early could do something.
Come on in.
You get some aquatic items. I think cutlass early can do something. I think as it stands right now, a 2-cost hand axe buffs the cutlass enough to possibly not be useless. I think we beat drone, but I do think it's going to be annoying. One second, I got to type in the Discord. Okay, now let me see here. If silver coral is the same principle as other scaling items. It scales at a silver level. You got it on what I would call a bronze day. So you know, I mean, it's been LeBron's day since like '05. Thankfully, this frickery won't go on much longer. But how old is he now? 38? Something like that? First of all, happy International Women's Day. Egg nose ball. Not really, not really. But the more aquatic items we get, the better that this will become. And its cooldown is low, which enables some stuff for sure.
Waste of gunpowder.
9-second lifesteal with a little slow. I guess it's part of like a potential proboscis build, but to be real with you, normally you'd take the regen. But 20 extra heal on the coral seems like it'll be better longer. And even though we're not going to level, I'm going to take the XP for future purposes, okay?
I may be young for a captain,
so day one, I would say reasonably, my chances are middling. Reloading rifle with a little shield. I mean, we basically out-heal them. Like, we out-heal their damage. They probably don't out-shield our damage. So, I think we win this one very, very, very slowly. And there have been videos, a lot lately actually, where winning early has been our only wins. So you know what? I'm definitely not going to say, oh, this one doesn't matter. Because this might be like 50% of the wins that we get today. So let's take it as it lies. A level up that buffs the cutlass would be nice. You can't get one that buffs the, pardon me, that buffs the coral this early. It buffs the cutlass. She dips beneath the laser. It's not a ton of damage, but it's damage early that we don't have. So sure, we take those. Now I'll be real with you. I don't think I beat the risky one here. I don't think our build is that strong. So I will take a haste item. You know, it gives us a small aquatic item every day, and that is enough to buff coral a little bit. I gotta see if we got like boots, man, because if we got boots, then or cloak, then the cutlass goes crazy. This is actually the best decision I've made on this. Or you know what, we could, there's a temptation to run proboscis, I'm not gonna lie to you. But being able to buy cloak, have cloak buff cutlass is crazy. And then what do we like? Sure, max HP, little regen. Probably not 4 damage. Although, let me think about how much it would be worth. Like, we'd spend 4. We could reroll, try to get the boots, but now that I think about it, we wouldn't be able to afford them. Let's save a little bit of gold. We're buffing ourselves, so I actually think Tent City Mare is a play here. So what are we looking for next level up? Probably Crow's Nest, to be honest with you. So large items. And Water Wheel might be fine too, but Crow's Nest would be really good. And from the Tent City Mare, we want what everybody wants. We want augmented weaponry, bro. I like my weapons augmented. I'm going to bed, y'all. Good night. This is like a really good start. It's a really good start now. Took a little bit of, you know, navigating betwixt the moguls, but...
Was that even a battle?
Sure.
Maybe a
It's not what we wanted, but it's what we got. And we're going to level before the next day if we do this right. Small shielder. I'd look at small and mediums. And I think you're largely pretty bad. Just your damage is so poor. Although I guess getting and I think it's a reroll. Just to see. And I'm much happier. We have 8 gold. This is nutty, man. Because here's what you do. You take the star chart and you take the cannon. Then you level and you hope to hit the... I was really hoping to level up the cloak. But sharpening stone is still really good. We don't go with a half full board. You throw your cannon out here. And then I honestly... I mean, I'm tempted to run this. But I think we're kind of aiming to burst you down. And getting the 10% reduced cooldown is like... And the plus 10% crit chance is like more than a 10% damage bonus. Or maybe it's less because it's applying 10% and half of the weapons only shoot twice. But this going more often is going to lead to it being scaled faster. Which is also like, it's part of the equation. Now, their stack and burn way faster than I can deal with. But the crits can do something, man. We just needed... if we got one more crit, which admittedly would have been way outside expected. But we had a dually on the ropes. That's a good sign, man.
Less blunder, more plunder.
And we got an aquatic item. It doesn't count as buying. Never mind. So it's just gold. But it's gold. Cloak can come from Curio or from fighting like the Covetous Thief. I'm thinking for now we just go XP. We don't really... I mean, I wouldn't turn up my nose at a cannon upgrade, but it's not really what we need right now. A weapon skill, even that bronze that buffs our leftmost weapon would be nice. I mean, okay, your rightmost weapon is 4 damage. That doesn't... I don't really love that. I'll take a flat 4% crit chance. Embarrassingly enough. And you know what? Like, I know that you only shoot twice. But if we're going to be going up against the dabbing apprentice, we need some heal. Because otherwise, you can go down pretty easily against the reloading lightning in a bottle. I'm telling you, a leveled up cloak, man, this early cloak level up would fit the freaking bill. Not again. Not again. I'm not going down to you again, okay? That was one time under duress. This time we got something we could talk about. I'm thinking step 1. I'm going to take another skill early. Maybe that's been part of my problem here. You know what? 3 extra gold for a little bit more crit chance. We take those. We don't really want the burn. More damage and more crit chance, I think, is the play. Then you sell this. Sell items with ammo. With ammo. I mean, I think for the moment, just putting you out here is something. If our win condition is bursting, then let's add some more burst, man. We need to prioritize. If we see large items, we gotta go there. Because water wheel... Oh my god, look at that shielder, man. But wait, that bodes well for us. Because they don't do any... Oh, they do poison, though. Wow, we got great shielding, though. And we're scaling, so that's part of it. But mostly I look at this like... Well, I don't know. The poison is stacking up too fast. We're gonna lose this. I was living in a cope world before. Even with the crits, it's irrelevant. It's a pretty amazing catfish, man. It's not even being hasted, but I guess you've hit it with enough like extract early. I've not lost confidence. We're a crow's nest or a water wheel away from feeling a lot better about ourselves. We got a clam. I'm not really a big clam guy. Realistically, if we're being honest, you're just better in there. I'm okay with that. We're going to take our free HP. Haste skills seem like a given. Because the cloak, you can run it the whole time. Freeze for 3 seconds. Haste and aquatic. First time you use a large, haste adjacent. Haste, okay, we'll freeze for 3 seconds. Now, I'm going to take a bit of a risk here. I'm going to go up against Blood Reef Raider, because I think we have a chance. And they have a Crow's Nest. Now, did I remember that in the moment? No. But I remember it now, okay? Right now, it looks bad, okay? But you just wait. Eventually, their shield potion runs out. We keep getting scaled. Our coral will give us a little bit of heal. We could pull it back, man. We have pulled it back. We don't even need the crit. It would be nice if we did. Okay, that's huge. And then, my god, the Silver Crow's Nest would it would tie the whole run together, man. That's not it, but a skill. Your leftmost item with ammo is +2 ammo. That's not nothing. Okay, you already know the vibe, man. If they're not going to give me the chance to level my cloak, then we just buff the cutlass. We really, I mean, we do want weapons, but not that much. For now, give me 5% max health and a much better coral. Non-weapon items, I mean, I love the XP, but I feel like we gotta take a peek for a large. I'm gonna buy all the aquatics to buff this coral for now. Am I insane? Are you... Oh, lighter is obviously not aquatic. No large is a negative. But we have improved our coral quite considerably. Sorry, brother. You're just not part of the turbo team this time. This is bad.
Go ahead.
I mean, we've lost all momentum and confidence. This is going to burn me down to oblivion in no time, I feel. They don't have much shield, though, right? Well, they got a little, but the burn is just, it's too much, man. When you factor in the slow and the damage and the shield, especially. I'm taking a deep breath. I'm focusing on gratitude. What a pleasure it is to play the game today. Now, let's see. How are we going to get ourselves out of this mess, man? You're going to get yourself out of this mess by taking some XP. Taking some XP. I feel like we probably lose against the Flame Juggler. I feel like we stand a good chance against the Gorgon Noble, though. The Flame Juggler just stacks up damage too fast. We might be wrong about this, by the way. But... normally I do this with Crow's Nest, so... like, they got poison. Look at the poison that the elite poisoner does compared to the, like, poison and burn that dualies do, man. It don't make any sense. We're holding. We're hodling. We're hodling once more. We're not dead. You're on 9 life. We get the job done. Okay, your skill would go crazy. Of course, like XP potion as well.
It's over already.
When you sell this, reduce your cooldowns. I mean, 6 damage. It attacks too slow to be a build around. But the 2% cooldown reduction is good. Upgrading the cloak is good. We're very close to fighting again, man. I mean, we don't have lifesteal. Give me this. Gold tier items. How about like a gold tier Crow's Nest, man? It would really hit the spot. Does it have to be Anchor? 20%? Probably like 300 damage. I feel like it's just not quite good enough. The Langzhan is just, I'm a firm believer that it's too late. Even, I'm blessed it's at the gold level, but... I think it's a reload. My heart's telling me it's a reload. Now, this is a different story, man. I think you can dump the cannon, take the figurehead, move your aquatic item to the right. It lowers your cooldown by 20% instead of 10. Does remove your crit chance, but you're next to friend or property. Really, this is all in service of just making like a really big cutlass. I really feel like we're a gold crow's nest away from this run popping like crazy, man. I feel like we rinse you. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm looking at your board and I'm saying you look like you're going through the same sort of struggles that I'm going through right now, and I'm so happy for that. I'm sorry to say, we needed that one, man. I'm sorry, but we needed it.
My ship red.
She doesn't use paint, man. That's the thing. I know a girl who drives by the shore when she needs to change her ship's color. She don't use Sherwin Williams or... Oh, okay, sorry. Non-weapon items, such as a crow's nest, for example. Okay, I mean, you may stick, man. As far as I know, you may stick. Now, there's the powder flask. 3 runs too late. There it is. And I think the cooldown reduction on you is kind of nutty. A silver skill might hit the spot. We have sellables. In fact, I would say you're both sellable. You don't even need to be on the squad, to be fair, but I'm looking for a better skill. Large weapons deal more damage. Leftmost weapon deals more damage. I can't believe I'm doing this. Give me 2% extra crit chance. I think I've spent like 100 gold on that. And 2 seconds of haste. 2 seconds. Honestly, with God as my witness, we upgrade the cloak, man. It's the hardest item here to upgrade. Foreman is interesting. What if Foreman were to give us a crane, and then the hasted cutlass were to buff the crane like 4 times before the crane got to attack? Now, how much purchase does that have? I don't really know, but it's something. I really think it's just a crow's nest, though, man. If we can just get the crow's nest, we don't have to cry anymore. Deal 50 damage for each item to the left of this. Haste this and items on the right for 2 seconds. I think you're basically 12 gold. And I'm so happy to have you. We got 2 gold in our pocket. So what does 2 gold in the pocket mean for a fellow like me? We take free chocolate bars and hope for a large item that could be a crow's nest, and then we work the docks, man. Chode train. I needed that, dude. I needed that. I think we got a chance. It's not the best run I've ever seen. I mean, I'd rather have their run, which probably means that we're in a tight spot. Freezing the trebuchet is going to slow them down a little bit. Ah! Wait. Just one more hit, man. Just one more. Yeah! Who would have thought, man, the bronze hand axe is getting the job done, unfortunately. Dude, let's see what our item is. You actually are okay as like a bank. Let's try a little risky mode here. I feel like we're doing pretty well against the AI. So any chance to get extra XP is nice. I don't know how to feel about this guy, to be honest with you. I don't really know what he does. We are about to get hit for like 360. The Gatling gun might be like the least good item in this entire game. So we're about to get it, but that's fine. I know people say, like, what if you had a... Well, okay. What if you had a chance to get it started? Yeah, but I've never seen it get started. It needs to attack like 30 times to get the minimum cooldown, and by then the dualies have put, you know, Nan Inf on top of you. I think you at least are a better item. You do 70 damage and the shield items get worse. We could have you attack more, but with the multicast, the buff is probably better this way. And the sharpening stone is kind of like, that's the textbook option. Do you see what I mean? Like, it feels like there's less upgrade opportunities lately. Thug giving us his skill is the meta here. But do you also have, like, boots? You don't have boots. You have spices. Spices take a long time to work. But if you get them to work, you double the damage. In fact, if we put it in the right spot, it could have, like, 3 ammo. But you could, like, drastically improve the damage that that the cutlass does, which would be kind of incredible. This is gonna sting, bro. We're still chilling. Okay. I think we're doing pretty well for having not gotten the crow's nest yet. Concealed dagger is a guaranteed sell. I think it's 1 XP, man. Health, toughness, and shield items is not what we're looking for. Probably should have taken the free 3 gold chocolate bars. Medium items and weapons. Hey, bro, you ever consider, like, I'm sorry, I'm going all in on snack time. You ever consider large items, non-weapon items, aquatic items? Like, we need some help, man. What is this dually build? It's all computer parts, man. I will never apologize for beating a dually that didn't run meta. There's 2 other characters in the game. If you want credence, go to Clearwater Revival, brother. Let me guess. First run in history where the monitor lizard didn't show up? Those poison items. They could be enchanted. I'm not talking about Amy Adams for once. We got to take a look. Could be the off chance of there being like a poison cutlass appeals to me. I really don't think the bronze shark claws are going to get the job done. I really don't think the toxic throwing knives are going to get the job done. But I'm happy we took a look. Okay, this actually changes everything. So immediately, it sucks that it's only bronze. But you take this, and there is the temptation to go silver sub, but we've invested enough into the cutlass that I think you just gotta stick with it. And I feel like reasonably, we're kind of over leveled. Not that that necessarily matters, but pasted skills is like the next step for us. Because if we could get cutlass going faster at the start of the fight, everything, like, we gain life faster, we scale faster. Right now, my game plan has kind of been like stack experience and max HP as much as possible, so you have a chance for the upgrades to hit, or the cutlass to buff itself. But we're in the kind of position where we gotta enable it ourselves now. Crit chance. It must be crit chance. Small and large is good, but we need the support on weapons. Your weapons deal +6 damage. Pretty minor, but we take those. Sells weapons. I'm not that impressed with the cutlass upgrade. Not that impressed with chocolate bars. Could have gone there for free. Enhance my... I mean, it's a relatively minor amount of damage, but... I mean, 10 damage for 5 gold is better than buying another silver cutlass for 8 gold. Although I spent about 1,000 on rerolls. But there's no indication that there would have been guaranteed to be a cutlass in the weapon shop anyway. So this is all... It's cope. It's cope in all directions. Now, blunderbuss, man. They're going for like a heavy burst build. We got lifesteal, which should allow us to keep up some sustain. Not enough, though. They're gonna rinse us. There was almost a little cope in there. Hi, Tomo. Hello, buddy. Hello.
You've got talent. You should put it toward...
We got lots of money. This is not as bad as our last run, which is like, it's faint praise, I'll admit, but we really need to raise crit chance. That's going to happen via upgrading the crow's nest or getting 25 blue gumballs. Not super likely. We probably should be focusing on buying aquatic items too, just to keep us alive. I swear to God, if I see one more medium item shop, I'm gonna flip my freaking lid, dude. Yes, we could get the figurehead, but it's not that value. I mean, the extra damage would be nice, but the odds of getting it are fairly low.
I don't boast.
Hold. Everything's okay. Spice. Your weapons have lifesteal. Then we could actually dump the crow's nest because it's only giving 25% chance, and we could run something more valuable. It's a little cope, but it's a way out, man. We're in that awkward, like, part of the game right now where it seems like we've rinsed the AI pretty easily, but we're having a really hard time against, like, the average human. Come on. Can you use a weapon charge this 2 seconds? Are we gonna maybe even put knife set into the build, man? I don't know. Let's see what we get. It's knife set. They're gonna force me to think. Okay, upgrade your leftmost item. The extra damage is nice. The extra damage is nice. I'm so sorry to say that I feel like it has to be Crow's Nest, man. Like we're using it as a catch-up mechanic, but I need the tomatoes. This would cut 50 damage, which is really bad. But it would put a weapon on that would not... It just doesn't work, man. It just doesn't... It can't freaking do it. Improve your weapons! You stud, dude! Upgrade your leftmost weapon. Shiny is multicast, right? Hang on here. I gotta go to Bazaar. Luckily, I still had it open. Cutlass. Shiny. This has +1 multicast. Bro, that's huge.
Consider cerebral augmentation.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly, bro. But I don't think you apply. I mean, you would get charged like crazy, dude. First time you haste freeze longer. You have 1 weapon, give it 5 max ammo. They have to snooze on that. Your large... Are these not the same items? Am I smoking crack right now? The Light Lord. I'm just not that optimistic about going up against this guy. But we do it. We have multicast, high crit chance, lifesteal cutlass, man. Like 3. It's a tri-caster, man. It's not just a duo caster. It's a water wheel burn build. Burn has been kicking my butt today, so I'm fairly pessimistic, even with our enchantment. But the enchantment, oh, never mind. I'm sandbagging. The enchantment has done a lot of work for us.
Another round.
Nice creative build. Unfortunately, I've already depicted myself as the Crow's Nest user with a shiny cutlass. It's gumballs as the day is long, my friends. Because the more we raise the crit chance, the exponentially better this cutlass will be. Now, that might not be how you use exponentially in this context, but by the way, for peace of mind, we're not going to get the docks again. So we embrace this. We embrace the sell. Non-weapon items or... Dude, I got blackpilled by a post on the Bazaar subreddit, man. Said more max HP equals more time to do damage. And I'm living by that standard right now. I'm willing to test it, man. Property Baron's a little spicy. But I'm willing to give it a chance here. We need that haste to kick in as soon as possible, please. I mean, you hit me pretty good, but I'm lifestealing pretty good. You're gonna hit me pretty good, but I'm gonna lifesteal pretty good. I'm gonna eat your lunch, brother. I'm gonna eat your lunch. I'm gonna enjoy every second of it. Thanks for packing leftovers. It's my favorite.
Pathetic. As spineless as a jellyfish.
Essentially useless. If we can get to level 16, we get a guaranteed enchantment. So what am I thinking? I'm thinking you go Sharpening Stone. You could probably play my game for me at this point, knowing my preferences. Weapons deal 6 extra damage. When you crit with an item, it gains crit chance. That's good enough for me to feel like we don't have to reroll. And you're a lot of money, but we're already like kind of rich. I feel like we'd be better off maybe taking a peek at a potion that could replace this. Poison both players for 8. It has +1 multicast. It seems bad. These are not good enablers for me. I mean, this was a high... Let me rephrase. This is a low percentage chance to begin with, but... Okay. Now, you got quite the build there, Mike. You got quite the build. And I'm not talking about your Vanessa skin here. What do you got there? You got a lifesteal double barrel. What is the... It's shiny? No, it cannot be frozen, slowed, or destroyed. Does it reload fast enough? I have no idea, man. That's horrible. Never mind. I think we rinse, man, because our cutlass scales. Wow! We're in the conversation. Because they had very few losses, man.
My ship red.
We're in the... She doesn't use paint, man. That's the one thing you gotta know. Now, an upgraded crow's nest would be nice, but you're already getting to 100% crit chance. So I think any chance you get free XP so we can maybe get an enchantment is nice. You're gonna freeze my stuff. That's not amazing.
It's a job.
And you're also gonna build a ridiculous shield. The freezing is gonna be real irritating. I do feel like they do next to no damage, though. They do occasionally break my, my sound card. I've still got hope. You may not have hope. I have hope, man. That stings. We're gonna need to get some lifesteal back, please. Thank you. We need to punch through that shield mighty quick. Need to punch through that shield mighty quick. Hold, come back, come off of the freezer, get the lifesteal, bro. Do it again. No! What was your crit chance? Oh, 168. Okay, that's pretty high. That's high. I can respect that. That's pretty good. I really thought we had a chance there. Maybe we did. But you know what? We're kind of cooking. That was a random fight, and we're kind of cooking. I'm gonna fight the octopus. It's very low odds that any of the items would be better than what we've got. But I will say, it would get crazy extra damage. Because of the 8x multicast, it would get like double damage after its first cast. So actually maybe the octopus would fit, but it's really hard to cut a shiny cutlass. Maybe you could just run it and dump the figurehead, but it's, well, let's not worry about it too much. Wrap. Loot. It's gotta be loot for a fella like me. Pretty horrendous. I'm gonna take an ammo skill, just, I don't know. I don't know. Everything else looked like trash. Sure, bro. Sure, depth charge. Why? I don't know. We could get some value out of the buy-sell here, though. Good? Good, I'm not gonna mess around. You know what? We're in a position, we need to mess around with the knee brace. Don't be silly. Put the knee brace out there, reduce your cooldowns by more. Give your weapons some extra damage, live a little bit. You can definitely, I mean, we're in a position, the next time we get beaten by a human, we go on lethal. So, like, I wouldn't be making any enemies right now. I almost sold the coral, which would have been suboptimal. Heal items gain 10 heal. I mean, if we're running the coral on the board, which is debatable whether or not we should be at this point, but we might as well give it a chance, man. A dually. Now that is a surprise.
Not to squabble with nobodies.
This, I mean, it goes without saying. I'm not trying to whine necessarily, but we'd be in a much better position if we had won earlier instead of like being forced to play these builds late. Stop slowing me. Slow is really bad for me, man. Hang on, hang on. Oh, we were so close to greatness. All right, we need a great enchantment. I don't know what it'll be here, but you gotta take them up on it. Shield effects? It literally can't go on the cutlass. I'm gonna put it on the coral because it goes frequently. I think it's not awesome. It's not a great pickup, but I'm still like we've adjusted our expectations. I'm kind of okay with 6 wins, man. Now, when I said kind of, so you know, I would be happier with more. We're really weak against slow. That's the big one. Slow and freeze. Because we only have 2 things that can take the freeze aggro. I think I gotta try to level up, so I'm gonna fight the big bad. I don't know, maybe you could fit a spaceship out here, I don't know. What's your crit chance now? 102? That's pretty solid. It's an easy fight, man. Like, that was no problem. But anybody that has any kind of CC, and we're in a real rough spot.
Waste of
Gatling gun is bait. It's not playable. I stand by that. But I also stand by upgrading our crow's nest.
Straight boulders. This is more fun.
I can't lose the lifesteal. The lifesteal is keeping us in it. Otherwise, like, yeah, diamond sub with 50 extra damage, getting hasted and buffed like crazy. I mean, is mighty tempting. What if you cut cutlass, man? But you're gonna cut this cutlass 3 seconds. It's gonna get buffed. It'll have lifesteal. I can't. It's the double crit damage. It's the multicast. It's the built-in crit chance. You would be doing, on average, you'd probably be doing 200 damage, shielding for 200 every 1.5 seconds. And getting buffed pretty quickly over time. Actually, you would be doing 300 damage and shielding 300 every 1.5 seconds once you got started. And you're going to scale 50% faster. The thing is, every 2.5 seconds, you're basically going to be doing 1,800 damage with lifesteal. I have to stick with that. Unless my numbers are way, way, way off. They could be, for the record. I mean, honestly, I'm not in a position where I'm going to be sacrificing any more max health. Like 600 max health, that's a little spicy for a fella like me. So, how about some skills that can keep me in the game? Like the first 5 times you use a weapon, charge a weapon. First time you crit freeze for 4 seconds. We kind of need the lockdown. This is pretty bad.
My fight isn't with
Just on character choice alone. But we were very close to killing that dually last time. And now we got 20 shield on our coral, man. Okay, Monitor Lizard has not been removed from the game. Our weapon has been frozen. That's a pretty big L. But hey, here it comes. We fight back a little. No Gorgon skill. Oh, we don't fight back, bro. We don't fight back. We win. Now, you did do 2,000 damage per second. Unfortunately, Dooley, that's just not enough. Maybe cry on the Discord for another Monitor Lizard buff. Silver win! We take those. I'm sorry. I got a little toxic there, but you haven't been through what I've been through, okay? We don't need a crow's nest buff. I don't know why I'm begging for a crow's nest buff now that I think about it. In all likelihood, a freeze skill will not be useful. 1,500 shield? Okay. 1,500 shield. Lord of the Wastes is free.
Let's release our joy and rage.
When you crit haste an item for 3 seconds. We already have perma-hasted. Yeah, it's perma-hasted cutlass already because of the crazy multicast. Genie's Lamp, though, to give us some prestige back now that we know we have a chance to take some dualies out. That could give us an extra loss or two, right? Genie's Lamp, that's a magic carpet. When you crit, it gains 24 damage. Okay, bud. Crit effects, slow effects, poison effects. So it's going to be slow or crit, but I just got to see. I'm on Hal Bazaar again, and I'm going Crow's Nest. If it gets crit, your weapons have double crit damage again. What's the other one? Slow. When you crit with the weapon, slow an item for 4 seconds. That seems great too, but I feel like we need because we get quadruple crit damage, which would then also give us quadruple lifesteal ×3 on the multicast. Yeah, assuming that it doesn't get, like, overridden, which would be pretty bad. It's the worst gold skills I've ever seen in my life. When you poison, your weapons get stronger. When you poison, if you have a vehicle, reduce your non-vehicle, that you're not even a vehicle. I mean, it's just not worth the... It's not worth the paper it's printed on, brother. We gotta go Gumball. I'm not really thrilled about it, because there's pretty minor improvements here, but... You never know, because 1 damage is way more than 1 damage. Sorry for the scientific analysis, but it's a Vanessa. But the Vanessa, late game Vanessas can be very spooky, man. Especially, they're not even on lethal. Deathicus might have lost early, one out, or maybe got a Genie's Lamp to go to the Thieves Guild. You never know. I don't see any freeze skills. I do see an 800 damage trebuchet that charges in a millisecond. Oh, honestly, given our performances lately, our build was a little basic, but I'm happy we pulled ourselves out of the doldrums. And we got a little bit of survivability and a little bit of fun, too. And we killed some dualies on the way, man. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Episode a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I got a smile on my face again, and I'll see you next time. Later.